텔레비전은 아편보다
Far
훨씬
more seductive than opium,
행동 양식이나 기대가
infinitely more effective at shaping behavior and expectations than alcohol and
효과적인
religion.
도구로서 역사상
Television is the most
심리전에
powerful
있어서는
weapon of
가장
psychological
강력한
warfare in
무기라고
history.
할 수 있다. 서구 사회의 소비노예
Consumer
집단은
slaves in the
그들의
West
인생과
schedule their
인간
lives and
관계를
relationships
텔레비전으로
around
시청하는
watching
것으로
television.
시작한다.
They
아이들을
use
재우는
it as a
수단으로
babysitter for their youth
마약으로 하루를
and
시작.
wake up to this drug,
낮에는
consume it
가능하면
whenever
언제나
possible during the day,
잠을 잘 때도
and go to
물론
sleep
같이
with it.
심지어는
They even
식사할
take it
때도
with their meals.
된다. 서구에서 텔레비전
Television, or TV as they call it in the West, doesn't kill.
이 물건은
It
보는 사람들을
pacifies,
말 잘
turning
듣는
viewers into compliant zombies.
시청자들은
They wear a vacant, glassy-eyed look on their faces
가체면 상태가
because
되기
they are in
때문에
a trance-like
가장
state.
이상적인 상태라 할 수 있다.
This is ideal.
소비자는 이제
Now the
미동도 없이
consumer is
시민의
sitting
준비가
still
완벽하게 되어
and
있다.
ready for
여기서는
indoctrination.
아무런 완력도 필요가
No
없다.
force is necessary
이
here.
남자는
He is a
자발적으로
willing participant.
되었기 때문이다. 텔레비전이 자본주의적
It is no
소비
mistake
메시지를
that
도입한
happiness in the West peaked in the 1950s.
manipulate them in the interest.
행복 지수가
Before
최저점이었다.
television was used to enforce capitalism's consumer message.
It is right in our own.
이
The
상품을
message
사지 않으면
that you are not happy,
이 사람 같이
not unless you buy this product.
이 맥주를
Look like this person
당신이 행복하지
or
않다는
drink this beverage.
서구에서는
The
이런
West calls these
이미지를
images
광고라고
advertising.
광고란
Advertising is both propaganda and propaganda distributor.
광고란
Advertising is about hawking product and creates artificial needs, since most products are completely unnecessary.
Your favorite music?
광고란 파렴치하게
Advertising unashamedly fosters unhappiness with oneself and with one's possessions.
조성시킨다고
In fact, the very purpose of advertising is to open up emotional vulnerabilities
문을 열고
and make people feel that without this product, they are defective.
You need to protect your skin, you need to hydrate your skin, you need to moisturize your skin, and you need to repair your skin.
기업들은
Corporations employ psychologists, writers, and filmmakers to sell what is essentially the same product.
예를 들면 특정
A certain
치약은
toothpaste, for instance, claims to have a feeling of
주장한다고
freshness.
보자. 이 제품은 뛰어난
This one claims to
박리작용으로
have dazzling strips of
뛰어나다를
whitening
주장을
ability,
하는 한편 해파리에
while
쏘는 것
this
같이
one is for people who claim to have teeth so sensitive that it feels like they've been stung by lightning.
Tanden met sensodyne.
효과적인 광고의
One of the
속임수 중
tricks of
한
effective
가지는
advertising
넓은 층의
is to
좋은
identify the
시대의
product
제품으로
with a highly desirable quality that has widespread appeal.
이것을 사신다면 당신은 깨끗한
If you buy
피부를
this, you will have clear skin and become attractive to others.
and more beautiful. 이 광고는
Use
이
this
상품을
product and pretend that you too can be a farmer.
또는 이
Drive
자동차는
this car and appear
모험심이
liberated and
활달한
adventurous,
사람을 위한 것이다.
like these actors.
이 슬로건들은 단지
Advertisements are nothing but bait,
소비자를 위해서
laid out for certain types of consumers.
아니다.
For up to 14 times more volume.
이와 같은 방법들이
These same methods are used to glorify the corporations
미화하는 데
who make
쓰이고
these
있다.
products.
이것을 기업 선전이라고
This is
부른다.
called
예를 들면
corporate
제네럴
propaganda.
일렉트릭사는
For example,
자사가 일터에서의
The
상상력을
General Electric
발휘하는
Company
것이라
likes to boast
자랑하는
about
것을
its
좋아하는데
imagination at
이것은
work,
미사일과 다른
which includes
무기들을
money
제조하는 데
lending and
사용되는
manufacturing
제조
equipment
설비, 자금
for building
대출을
missiles and other armaments.
포함한다는 것을 의미한다. 진실은 기업은
The truth
돈을
is
벌기
that
위해서
corporations exist only to make money and are even legally compelled to prioritize making profits over competing interests,
합법적인 방법으로
such as the
우선순위에
well-being of
올려놓을 수
consumers.
있다는 것이다. 또한 자본주의자에게는
And there is no such thing as enough profit for the capitalist.
없다라는 것이다. 이것이 세계화를
This is
추구하는
why they promote globalization, the new slogan for empire. It allows them to promote their symbols, also known as brands, by using slave labor in third world countries.
이런 제국주의적 브랜드는 국가의
These imperial brands are a symbol of value and meaning, like a flag.
하지만 그들이
But their only allegiance is to profit, not country.
이윤일 뿐이다. 기업의 목적은
Their goal?
이윤의 극대
Maximum
활이고
profit.
기업의
Their
표적은
target?
바로 우리
Human
인류.
beings.
인간들을 자기들 나라나 인민, 환경에는 어떤 피해가
Turn them into
있더라도
mindless consumers who crave their product and keep buying it
계속해서 구매하는
at any cost to their country, fellow citizens, and the environment.
이것이다. 무엇을 위해서?
And for what?
이 광고의
Look at the
배경은
background of this commercial.
이 상품은
This
화면에
product is for
딸린
those with
재력이
money and high social
성적
standing,
신분이 높은
according to the
사람을 위한
image.
상품이라 할수 있다. 이것이 얼마나 친구와 동료, 이웃들에게
This is how the bizarre need to appear superior to friends, fellow workers, and neighbors
이용되었는가를 보여준다. 그렇지만
is
광고는 비단
mercilessly enlarged and exploited.
않는다. 프로파간디스트들은
But advertising is not just for adults.
위하여
Propagandists spend $12 billion per year specifically targeting children to form consumer habits early on.
자제할 수 없는
They can
상태가
ingrain their
되어
brand by repeating it over and over until the child is indoctrinated and manipulated beyond control.
Norman Feeney, Pepsi drinker for life.
18개월이 되면
By
서구
18
사회의
months,
아기들은
babies in the West
브랜드 간의
can tell the
차이를
difference
알수
between
있게 되고,
brands.
2살이 되면
And by 2, they're asking for brand products by name.
요구할 수 있게 된다.
From the
7살부터는
age of 7, the average child has seen 20,000 TV commercials every year.
광고 관계자들이 다른 어떤
There is only one other group more coveted and groomed by advertisers than any other:
티네이지
preteen
여자
and teenage girls.
프로파간디스트들은 이것을 트윈 마켓,
The propagandists call this the tween market,
실질적으로는 기업의
but
페도필리아,
in fact,
즉
it is corporate pedophilia.
집착증이라고 할 수 있다. 기업의
The
소아의정
aim of
집착증이
corporate pedophilia is to make young people feel inferior and defective
이미지를 이용함으로써
by using images that are unattainable.
자신들이 결점이 있다고 느끼게 만드는 것이고, 이러한
And these
이미지는
images are used
평생
against
소비자들의
consumers
대상으로
for the rest of their
이용되어
lives to
그들의
keep them
제품을
feeling
사거나
inadequate,
자사 브랜드 제품과 함께하지 않으면
unless they buy their products and stick with their brands.
적으로 느끼게 하는 것이다. 패션 산업도
The
마찬가지다.
fashion industry is the same.
어울릴지도 모르겠다.
Wear this and you might fit in. Look like this and you will be attractive and popular.
가십 잡지에 나오는
Like
이
the people in these
사람들과
gossip
해서
magazines.
이런 사람들과 같은 그룹에 동참해라. 이런 사람들을
These
우리는
people are called
유명인이라고
celebrities.
Where do we begin? I mean,
사람이 자기가 하는 일의 최고가 되어서
While it is natural for a person to become popular for being the best at what they do, today in the West, you are a celebrity if you simply appear on screen.
어떤 화면이라도
Any screen, even by mistake.
you slept with my
이렇게
cousin.
되면 아무것도 하지 않더라도 신용도가 쌓이게
You gain
되고
credibility and
성과도
praise
좋게
for
됩니다.
nothing.
그리고 화면에
And the more you
노출되면
appear,
될수록
the bigger a
그
celebrity you
인물이
become.
점점 더 커지게 된다. 유명인사가 되었다 싶으면
If you become a big enough celebrity, then you become a brand to be sold and traded like any other product. Meet Miss Kim Kardashian.
이 사람은
She is famous for owning some clothes shops and going shopping.
이 사람은
She wears diamonds and fur because they are symbols of wealth in the West.
그것들을 걸친다.
And because she believes she is superior to other humans, she ignores the true cost of these luxuries.
무시해버립니다. 이번에 나온 유명인사는
This celebrity is called Madonna.
이 사람은
She recently started a trend of shopping for children in third world countries, which gained her enormous publicity.
주목을 받게 된다. 그녀는
She
미국 내
could have
수백만
adopted
명이나
one of the
되는
millions of
불쌍한
poor black
한
children in
어린이를
America
위할 수 있었다.
who have no home.
이렇게 하는 것은 그녀가
But that would not have gotten her the attention she so desperately craves.
만들지는 못하였을 것이다. 미스터 타이거 우즈를
Meet
만나보고
Mr. Tiger Woods,
욕심 많고 타락한
an athlete who has made millions of dollars from his image as an honest, dependable family man. Even though the greedy golfer was also having sex with over a dozen waitresses, porn stars, and C-grade models at the same time.
이 사람은
This is B-grade actor Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger,
지금 보는 것은 캘리포니아의
seen here with his wife when he was re-elected as governor of California.
모습이다. 캘리포니아의
Unlike the other
주지사는
B-grade actor who served as governor of California,
이 배우는 대통령까지는
this actor won't be president
왜냐하면
because
자기 집
he
가정
fathered a child with the family maid in their marital bed.
Secret son.
이들 두
These two
배우는
actors are very big celebrities.
그들의 이름은 브래드와
Their names are
안젤리나입니다.
Brad and Angelina, and their brand is Brangelina.
그들 또한 제3세계에서
They also shop for children in third world countries.
마찬가지로 이들 또한 미디어의 주목을 받는
Like
것에
other celebrities, they constantly complain about the media attention they get,
어린이를 구매하기
even
위한
though they have entire teams of propagandists who alert the media each time they go shopping for children,
전속되어 있는 홍보팀
or
전체가
purchase a coffee wearing the latest designer clothes.
알려지면서도 말이다. 진실은
The truth
이런
is
유명
that
인사들은
celebrities like these are merely collaborators.
예를 들어 서구 사회에서 담배에
For
사람들을
example, despite the fact that tobacco in the West is laced with more than 2,000 deadly chemicals designed to addict and kill humans,
잡지, 영화,
celebrities frequently appear in magazines, movies, and fashion shoots smoking cigarettes.
거대 담배 회사는 청소년들이 이들과
Big
같은 유명인이
tobacco
되고
pays
싶다는
these
것을
trained
알고
monkey
있기 때문에
collaborators
이들
of death
꼭두각시
enormous
협력자들에게
amounts to
먹고
smoke
죽을
and
정도의
glamorize their
어마어마한
product,
돈을 지불하며 담배를
knowing that the
피우고
youth want to be
자신들에게
celebrities too.
한다.
Nicole, don't do that, you promised.
간혹 유명인은
Sometimes celebrity exacts a terrible toll on the human brain, leading to confusion and misery.
이 가엾은 사람은
This poor man
최근
is
약물
Mr. Michael
과다분으로
Jackson, a very famous musician who recently died from a drug overdose. Let's look at what America did to this man.
그의 조상들은
His
아프리카에서
ancestors were raped from Africa and brought to America as slaves, and his childhood was spent working and performing for a violent father who colluded with record companies to profit from his talents.
자본주의
So
소나기에서
much pain at the hand of capitalism leads to an identity crisis.
이 충격적인 영상들
These disturbing images are not film trickery, but the result of a practice known as plastic surgery.
통계 자료에 의하면
In surveys, 9 out of 10 women in the West are unhappy with their appearance,
이런 배경으로
which drives them to spend enormous amounts of money buying cosmetics, clothes, and plastic surgery,
불구하고 여성들은
despite the fact that they will never become celebrities or look like the models in the advertisements.
이것을
This is consumerism.
대스타죠.
Many of the biggest celebrities have no talent at all.
이 대단히 유명한
This
여자는
very famous woman is called Miss Katie Price.
그녀의
Her
브랜드
brand
이름은
name is
조던이다.
Jordan.
나이 조사에
And despite my
불구하고
research,
그녀가
it seems
하고
clear
있는
that she doesn't actually do anything.
Love it.
이 사람은
This is Miss Paris Hilton.
이
This narcissistic parasite comes from a wealthy hotel family. She glorifies her opulent lifestyle without guilt and is said to charge $150,000 to appear at parties.
그녀는 심지어
She even has a TV program called My New Best Friend Forever,
나의
where
새로운
people compete to be her new best friend.
프로그램을 운영하기도 한다. 이것이 서구 사회에서는
Proof that anything in the West can be reproduced and commodified for profit.
수 있다는 증거이다. 이것이 서구 사회에서
This is part of a trend in the West for what is called reality television,
하는 것이다. 현실 TV는
a type of freak show programming about talentless narcissists who like to talk about themselves and go shopping.
쇼 프로이다. 미국 현실
In the field of American reality TV,
가장 터무니없는
competition is fierce for the most grotesque example of such exploitation.
여성들이
There are shows like The Swan, where women who are deemed ugly enter a plastic surgery competition to see who can be turned into the most beautiful.
She's just very masculine, face, body, basically everywhere. So we really need to change her body with a lot of liposuction, breast augmentation. We really need to feminize her face by doing a brow lift, rhinoplasty, take the fat of her cheeks and her chin. She really deserves to be in this program.
Without a doubt.
이것은 My Super
This one is called My Super Sweet 16, where children have tens of thousands of dollars spent on them simply because they are turning 16.
써댄다. 이 아이들은 아무것도 이룬
They are
것이
treated like celebrities, despite the fact that they have achieved nothing and are out of touch with reality.
거리가 먼 일이다.
And if you're ready,
하지만 이것은
But this is nothing compared to a reality series called The Bachelor, where a handsome, wealthy young man declares his commitment to picking a wife from a bevy of 16 potential brides.
남자가 각각의 여자에게
His sincerity in talking to each woman is chilling, as are their claims to love him.
다음 편이다. 배우자 후보
After sampling all of the potential brides, he decides who to marry, turning the most personal of decisions into a commodity,
조종되고
an experience to be manipulated, packaged, and sold worldwide.
you guys ready?
텔레비전과 유명인 잡지 같은 방해 기법은
Distraction techniques like television and celebrity magazines are the propagandist's best tools for keeping people from thinking and talking about important issues.
그리고 여기
Now, they have another.
게임 산업은
The games industry now generates more money than the film industry
죽음,
and has cemented the West as a culture of death, violence, and destruction.
이것은
This is Grand Theft Auto 4.
이 게임에서는
Here, you can kill anything that moves and have sex with prostitutes.
가능하다. 이 게임은
This game appeals so much to people, it sold $500 million worth of units in its first week of sale.
게임과 만화 영화는 폭력과 죽음의
Because gaming and animation desensitizes violence and death,
대부분이
much of the billions in military spending goes into recruiting young, poor, and uneducated people to fight their Fortune 500 wars
그들
using these same techniques.
싸우도록 한다.
Most serve 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year.
Hotel 26, Crazy Horse 18. Come on, fire! Hey, Roger. Come on, let us shoot. 1-8, okay, clear. Come on.
이 게임은 세계
This game is based on something called WWE, which stands for World Wrestling Entertainment.
극도의 폭력은
Extreme violence cheered on by Americans baying for blood.
미국인들은 그들의 절친한
They know
친구와
the names of
교류자,
each one of these actors,
영국의 노력에도 불구하고
and yet they don't know where Britain is on the map,
모르지만 이 게임에
despite the
등장하는
efforts of the
배우
British
한
to
사람,
be
한 사람의
their
이름을
best friends.
알고 있다. 85%의 미국 젊은이들은
85% of American young adults can't find Israel, Iraq, or Afghanistan on a world map. 30% of them can't find the Pacific Ocean on the map.
그리고 75%는
75% of them don't know the population of the US,
얼마인지도 모르고
and 11% of them can't even find it on a map.
어디에 있는지조차도 모른다. 이런 것이 물론
This is ideal, of course.
대중을
Keep the masses ignorant and pacified on the couch.
폭력, 죽음과
Distract them with violence, death, and the illusions of celebrity. Reduce resistance and thought. Make them choose the bland over the brilliant.
건조한 사람이 되는 것을 사고력이 풍부한 사람이
meaningless
되는 것보다는
over the
무의미한
thoughtful.
사람이 되는 것과 쓰레기 같은 것들에 눈이 번쩍
And
뜨이게 하는
dazzle
사람이
them
되게
with
하는
trash.
그런 것 말이다.
This is now what people around the world accept as normal. This manufactured reality has become more real than this. 38 million homeless Americans. But the media doesn't want people to know about these Americans. Not unless they can be used for entertainment.
You want to be on top?
Meet Miss Tyra Banks, a former clothes model who now has a talk show where she pretends to be concerned about people's problems and society in general, even though she has no qualifications to do this.
And so,
Here, she dresses up and pretends to be homeless in order to experience life on the streets, which is impossible because she owns numerous homes and great wealth. The audience doesn't question this charade, but instead it willingly feeds into her need to talk about herself. Here we see America's Next Top Model, where everything is covered in her Tyra brand. Everyone has to shout and scream and appear delighted at the mere mention of her name. In this episode, she has the contestants made up to pose as blood-spattered and mangled corpses, while across the other side of the world, her fellow Americans were shooting, stabbing, and blowing up an estimated 1.8 million Iraqi civilians. Like most Americans, she doesn't know or care about these numbers. She is concerned only about a life of style over substance. There are now more propaganda-filled screens and magazines than at any other time in history. And these are controlled by just 5 giant media companies. This creates more opportunities to distract people from what really matters. More opportunities to brainwash them. More opportunities to sell them poisoned food and drugs they don't need. More opportunities to drip-feed them a meaningless, distorted reality. No, this is not a Hollywood blockbuster. The planes crashing into these towers are real, and these buildings crashed to the ground, including one that wasn't hit by anything at all. The American population was terrorized, hypnotized, and traumatized by repetitive showings of the devastation, with the media repeating over and over that it was a terrorist attack. However, 11 years after that day, it seems certain that everything was staged like a Hollywood blockbuster. Logic, physics, and history point to this incident being another false flag operation, like the bombing of the German Reichstag, Pearl Harbor, and the Gulf of Tonkin incident. And polls in the US confirm this. 87% of Americans now believe that 9/11 was a contrived pretext for an endless war on terror and the opportunity to remove their democratic rights and liberties.
One by one, the terrorists are learning the meaning of American justice.
But the real threat to Americans is not terrorism. Between 2001 and 2009, the number of deaths from terrorism in America stood at 3,000. In the same period, there were 192,000 deaths by homicide, 204,000 drunk driving, 360,000 suicide, 456,000 second-hand smoke, 873,780 diabetes,
암으로 인해
4,622,268 cancer,
2,268명, 흡연으로 인해
5,304,000 smoking-related,
심장 질환으로 인해
6,238,284 heart disease.
624명이 사망하였다.
Today our nation saw evil.
We will not rest until this evil is driven from our world.
그렇지만 그들의
But their
지도자들은
leaders
제약회사와
focus only on the
식품회사들이
phantom dangers of
현해에서
terrorism,
침묵의 인종 말살과
while allowing
같이
food and drug
자국민들을
companies
죽이는
to make more and more
고도
poisonous
많은
food
위독성
that is
음식을
killing
만드는
its
것은
people like an
허용하는
internal,
반면
unspoken
단지
genocide.
테러리즘이란 무형의 위험에 초점을 맞추고 있다. 이들은 심지어
They even protect these killer companies. Cigarettes, for example, are the only consumer product that doesn't have to list its ingredients on the packet.
소비 제품이다. 공평하게 말하자면
To be fair,
2,000개의 독극물 이름들은
it would be difficult to fit the names of 2,000 poisons on such a small box.
어려운 일일 수도 있겠다. 우리가 여기서 다시
Here
한번
we are
생각해야 될
reminded
점은
that wars are
전쟁이란
not fought for
국가와
flags and
국민을
citizens,
위하여 싸우는 것이 아니라 기업을
but
위해서
for
하는 것이라는
corporations.
것이다. 미국의 프로파간디스트들에 의해서
The war on
자국민을
terror,
위협하고
engineered by American
조종하기
propagandists
위해
to frighten and control their people,
테러와의 전쟁, 이기는 것이
is impossible to win,
그렇지만
but
영원히
endlessly
수익을
profitable.
창출하는 어떤 똑똑한
I'll
사람이
be
이
long gone
주무실에서
before some
무슨
smart
일이
person
일어났는지
ever figures out what
밝혀내기 전
happened inside this
나는
Oval
이미
Office.
잊혀져 버릴 것이다. 조지
George
부시.
W. Bush,